Hello everyone, welcome to essyspeaks. Today I'll be talking about long distance relationship, the pros, the cons, and things that you can do to have a thriving LDR. Have you ever been in a long distance relationship? Did it work out? Did you enjoy it? Do you have testimonies? What are the lessons that you learned from it? If you can, please share that in the comment section. I am not a fan of long distance relationship. I've tried it before and it did not end well. So I'll likely say it's like a no-no for me. But I mean, I have evidence of people who have tried it and it has worked for them. So I just want to share my thoughts on long distance relationship today. So long distance relationship could be beneficial and sometimes it could have some disadvantage. So it depends on what you are doing, if whether you are dating, whether you're courting, or whether you are married. So I'm gonna try to put them all together. So if you are dating, in my opinion, it's really good. If you are maybe if you're dating, it's good. Let me just talk about the pros. If you're dating someone, maybe you're in the same country. I think if you're in the same country, it's even still a little bit better because at least you can easily travel to see the person. At least you don't have visa restrictions. But if you are like in different continents, different countries, it might pose some challenges. But let me talk about the pros. First of all, if you are dating or you're courting and you're in a long distance relationship, I'm going to talk about it from the Christian standpoint. The first benefit is that abstinence will be easy. Like, you know that as a dating couple, you're meant to be celibate, you're meant to abstain from sex and any sexual activity. And if you are in love with someone, your emotions will be really high. You feel like, trying out some things, which by that's the mere form of which distance can help you achieve easily. So one of the benefits of LDRs, long distance relationships, is that you might be able to abstain from sexual activities from each other. And of course, because you will be able to abstain and you are Christ focused, that is my belief, you will not be able to try that with any other person because of course you are you're far from each other. But if you are married, where you've already awakened this love, you're already sexually active, it would pose as a challenge because you're sexually active, you're already attracted to each other. In short, you're supposed to be having regular sex. So the fact that you guys are miles apart even poses more challenge because the other person will be burning, you'll be burning. Like, okay, so there might be the tendency for you to want to cheat on each other, which is a con for married couple. But that would be like a pro for dating people. And the second advantage for if you're dating or you're courting is self-control. Now, because you are miles apart, you have to learn how to discipline your body. You have to learn how to control your body because you already know that, okay, I'm not even supposed to be engaged sexually with this person. So because of that, you'd have to put your body under subjection. And so that's like a pro of long distance relationship because it will help you to obey the word of God of abstinence while you're dating and all of that. So you would also have to try to put your body under subjection. You've already put measures in place. You know this person is miles away from you, so of course you'd abstain. And then the third advantage, in my opinion, of long distance relationship is that you'd you desire each other more, like the energy to want to see each other will be there. Like you want to be, you would always, whenever you want to speak to your partner, you'll be elated. You're like, oh, I can't wait to speak to you. Like you guys will always want to talk to each other. And so there will be nothing like see finish or like someone that lives maybe the next door or your next door neighbor or the person that you work together in the same office. If both of you are in each other's face, there's a tendency of you to the word see finish will enter like what else is there. Like you already know this person from their head top to their bottom, so you can tell what they can do and stuff like that. So you get over familiar with your partner when you guys are in each other's space or corner every time. But when you are far apart, the desire to want to see each other will be there, so the energy will be high, the emotions will be high. You'll be planning things on how you can see each other. So that hot energy, that hot vibe will be there, like that sparkle, that emotion will always be burning if you guys are far apart. And sometimes that could actually die. So what are the cons of being in a long distance relationship? Number one, there's 50-50 chance of each thriving. there's 50-50 chance of it making it to the end. So if you're already dating, if you're dating this person or you're cutting this person, there's a likelihood that that relationship will not work out. So you have to come with that mindset that it may work out, it may not work out. Because if you're in a long distance relationship, you have to put in twice as much as you would have done in a normal relationship, because there'll be a lot of factors that'll be fighting both of you. Maybe there's somebody in your workplace or in your school or in your neighborhood or in your church that is readily available when you are down, that you could easily talk to. So that physical person might fill the void of the distant person, which may make you like, it's possible that the love would gradually die because you guys are not like seeing each other regularly, because there's something that physical attraction or physical presence does. I think it's a law of propinquity. It says that the more you get to see somebody, the more you're familiar with person, the more you guys will get attracted to each other. Another thing that could affect a long distance relationship is that words can be easily misunderstood. You guys can be communicating and you can just easily misinterpret words. Maybe what you are saying is not what I'm hearing. Like, we could easily perceive different things because we're in different spaces. And it's something that could be easily resolved if you come physically and I explain to you, oh, this is what I mean, this is what I mean. Yeah, we have video calls where you could easily, talk and see each other, but it can never replace being physically present. So there is a chance that long distance dating relationship could be affected by communication and all of that. I think for a long distance marriage, you have more chances of survival because you guys are already committed to each other. You've agreed, you've said your vows and stuff like that. So things could come along the way that could shake the relationship, but because you're already committed to each other, you try to make it work. But in the end, it could still like fail. But but the benefit of long distance relationship is, of course, it's still that desire to want to see each other and all of that. So what are the things that can make long distance relationship thrive? Like, what should be the focus? Maybe you are dating, you're considering dating, or you are courting, or you are already married and you're in a long distance relationship. What are the things that you need to do to make it thrive, to make it end well, to make it successful? Number one, you need to have good communication. Like, because you cannot see this person physically whenever you want to, then you should make the person present as though they were present. So if it means calling each other almost every time, being in each other's space, no, though not physically, but like being aware of what is happening in this person's life, then it is important that you do that. Okay, so I tried a long distance relationship before and it did not work out. And although if I had known that it was going to be a long distance relationship, I would have said no. I literally had to tell this person to come into my state if he was really serious about us dating. And he came to my state and I gave him some time and then we started dating, and work took him out after a year, which was really sad. But I tried my best to make it work. But at first it was great. We're talking each other at every time. Like, we called early in the morning during break time at work and stuff like that. We tried to plan ourselves. But after a while the communication was not great. I'll try to call, the person will not pick up. I'll be thinking, where is this person? What could be wrong? Is he okay? Blah, 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 blah. Things like that. So if you guys are not communicating very well, it could affect your relationship. So you need to be aware of everything that is going on in this person's life, whether they are there or not. And that leads me to the second point, which is transparency. So good communication will lead to transparency, because you'd tell, okay, this is my itinerary for today. In the morning, I would be at work. In the evening, I'm going for a party. I have a get together. Like, so the person is aware of what you should be doing at every time. So there's no reason for the person to start thinking, oh, where is this person? Is it with somebody else? Blah, 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 blah. You know, but if you are transparent in both parties, in short, I need to mention that it takes two parties to make a long distance relationship work. One person cannot be pouring their energy, trying to communicate, being transparent, while the other person is mute, is not talking, is not like open. It will not work. So both parties must be on the same page. So transparency is so important. Transparency in finance, in communication, in itinerary, in everything that you, in your feelings with each other. Like you have to verbalize your feelings, tell the person how you feel. Like constant words of affirmation, words of love, sparking that fire because you're not physically present. So all the person can know is your words, is your face, is your pictures. So for everywhere you're going to, just send out pictures, send a video, so that the person would feel like you are there when you are not there. So that is so important. And also that takes me to the third point, which is trust. Like you need to learn to trust each other. Me, I would say that um both parties have to trust each other, because if one party trusts the other party and the other party does not trust the other party, then it will lead to disagreement. Because I can say, oh, I'm at my friend's place, or like, which friend is that? What is his name? Can I speak to the person? Blah 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 blah. So it means that you don't trust that person. Maybe the person has even proven to you that is not to be trusted. So if you're a good communicator, if you guys are communicating frequently, you have effective communication, you are transparent about your activities, you trust each other, and you are faithful to each other. Like you can vouch for this person that I am really pretty sure this person would not trade me for another person. Nobody would take my place. This person would always be there. These are things that must be in place, because for a long distance relationship, like I said earlier, you have to work twice as hard as a normal relationship. So if you are dating, if you are courting, if you are married, it even makes it worse, because there are so many things that you need this person to do. Worse if you even have a kid, because maybe you need support, you need financial support, you need physical support, and the person is not readily available. In fact, if you're married, I think you need to consider that how long are you going to have that long distance relationship for, so that you can like program your mind to say this would soon pass away. So I think it's harder when you're married to maintain a long distance relationship. And so that's why sometimes we have broken homes. We have that the man has married somebody else, where it is because of somehow the way the men are physically wired. I believe another important factor that should be considered for LDRs to thrive is fidelity, faithfulness, self control. Like as a man, as a woman, especially if you're married, you should realize that you have taken a vow, an oath to be with this person forever, and to ignore every other person that may be available for the time that you're married. So no matter how beautiful or how available somebody else is, you should not consider them. And so you have to learn to control yourself. So for long distance relationship to thrive, you should have self control. And it shows that the temptations will come, distractions will come. Imagine you had just had a tired day, like you were so busy at work, and then you came back maybe as a man, and then your neighbor just cooked a beautiful meal and brought to your house. You could be tempted, but you have to set boundaries. You have to like put structures in place to make sure that you are faithful to your partner. And this also goes to a dating relationship. So if you know that you are certain that you want to be with this person forever, then you have to put measures in place to control yourself, to discipline yourself, so that you can focus on one person. And the truth is that sometimes we don't plan for LDRs, but they happen anyway. And so these are some of the challenges we find in dating that we have to overcome. So, would you like to go into long distance relationship, or are you already in a long distance relationship? I hope these tips. Are there any other tips you think would be useful for those in that relationship? Please share in the comment section. And if you are dating and you've had enough, you've tried your best and it's not working, please do not force yourself to make it work. Just let it go. You'd be able to find somebody else. So you don't have to work yourself out because the long distance relationship is not working. It might not work for many people. So it didn't work for me. I tried my best to make it work, but it didn't work. So I had to just move on. So long distance relationship can be tried, can be explored. I've had cases of people that tried it and it worked, and they learned about each other quickly. Oh, I just remembered one disadvantage, which is that people can like pretend to be what they are not in a long distance relationship, because this person is not in your space. You don't get to like know the person as much as you should have. But anyway, people can pretend, but with the help of the Holy Spirit, you can pray and discern who they really are. But long and short, should you have a long distance relationship? The choice is yours to make. If you think you can work it out and you think you have a suitable partner, because it's not only you that'll make it work, both of you have to work together. If you think you have a suitable partner to make it work, you guys are working hard at it, by all means, go through it. Pray to God for help, because you really need the grace of God and the help of God to make a long distance relationship work. Is there any other thing you want me to say? Please put that in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Until next time, bye.